Welcome to JMO with Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, July 5th. Happy birthday, America. And Joey Chestnut is the greatest champion of all time. All time.
What sport?
It doesn't matter. He's the greatest champion. Like Tom Brady, move over to the bench. Joey fucking Jaws Chestnut is coming through 15 titles in 16 years.
He'd probably sack Tom Brady if he was playing.
Yeah, he would definitely sack Tom Brady.
Might get penalized, though, because it would be above the shoulder tackle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he would just fucking chokeslam him down to the ground.
Just chokeslam
him. Dude, okay, that was amazing. It was incredible what he did. I mean, on one leg, hobbling in, and then chokeslammed a protester, which we got a protester.
We got another protester.
We got a protester, man. I was so excited. And this one got creative, too.
Yep.
This one got creative. You know what? You know what I was thinking? Joey Chestnut defeated the dark side.
He did.
He did. And it took him 5 seconds.
He is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right. Yeah. We figured it out.
Yep.
Disney just cast this whatever character, Ewan McGregor.
Yep.
They just cast Ewan McGregor to actually play Joey Chestnut.
Yes.
But Joey Chestnut is the real hero here.
He is the real hero.
And he didn't even need a lightsaber to do it. He just chokeslammed Darth Vader.
And 2 hot dogs.
He did it mid glizzy.
But that's actually, he was asked why, or what was the purpose on him actually choking or body slamming him or doing what he did. And Joey Chestnut said, I had 2 hot dogs in my hand, I didn't want to drop any of them.
Spoken like a true fucking champion. He is a legend. It might be the most disgusting legend of all time, but he is a legend. He is by far one of the greatest legends of all time. He is the Achilles of our era.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I was looking. He ate more hot dogs, 63 in 10 minutes, than the White Sox have scored home runs all year. It was great.
That's awesome. That's a great stat.
Yeah. Joey Chestnut has 15 championships. Tom Brady only has 7.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I can go on. The legend of Joey Jaws Chestnut.
Did you see the line was 74 hot dogs?
Well, that's because
under.
His record is what, 76?
Yep. But FanDuel actually refunded everybody because of the protester incident.
Really?
Yep. Anybody who bet the over, they refunded them.
I mean, it's not like
I would have bet the under though.
I would have bet the under too. He's on crutches.
He was crippled. Yeah, he was coming back from an injury.
Yeah, I love how they're comparing it to the MJ flu game.
Yep.
This was the hot dog eating contest version of the flu game.
Yep.
Loved it. Yeah, absolutely. One leg, didn't matter. Crushed the competition.
Yeah, nobody was even close.
They weren't even remotely close.
No. Where's the competition? Where's that Asian dude?
I don't know. Where is the Asian dude? What was it? I can't remember.
I forgot.
I can't remember his name. Let's see. I thought so. This is my dumb brain. I never really watched the entire competition.
Okay.
But there's more than just, eating hot dogs.
Oh yeah, there's a gallon of lemonade challenge.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And Eric Badlands Booker won the chugging contest.
That's a great nickname.
Yes, love Badlands.
That's a great nickname.
But have you ever seen Eric Badlands Booker?
I saw a clip of him.
Yes. That is who I would have thought would have won the hot dog eating contest. That is what a man who eats 75 hot dogs in 10 minutes should look like.
Yes.
That's what he should look like.
Yeah.
Eric Badlands Booker is a absolute monster of a unit.
Well, he finished off that gallon of lemonade, and then afterwards, I was like, okay, I know where it went.
Yes, exactly.
I understand where it went.
Yes, it doesn't hurt your brain.
Yep.
Whereas Joey Chestnut, 76 was his record, hot dogs in 10 minutes. Where does it go? Yeah,
don't defy physics for me. My brain's already got enough going on.
Yeah.
Don't explode all of the whatever I'm supposed to know is supposed to be correct.
Don't take my last 3 brain cells. I need them. I can barely even think. So just let me have those.
Okay, can we talk about this? Why are the 2 top girls in this competition actually kind of attractive.
I know, right? They're like,
And I'm like, it's not
low-key.
because they're shoving hot dogs down their mouth, but I mean, they actually are low key, like they're in shape and they actually look good. Like,
it's the most confusing competition I've ever seen.
it really is.
There's no way in hell you should be even remotely attractive.
No, not at all.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. It confuses me. It is by far the most American thing America has ever America'd.
Oh, absolutely.
In the history of America.
And the fact that they do it on the 4th of July, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's the only date you could actually do it.
Fucking fires me up, man. I don't know. But yeah, he's a legend. He's the American legend, not the legend that we thought we needed, but the one we actually did really, really need. You got anything else on that? Good to see. You know what I was thinking? It was good to see another protester.
Yep.
But I also like this. Joey Chestnut kind of put it in my brain. He gave me an idea. I think if there's a protester that goes onto the court, the players should be able to manhandle that whoever it is.
Oh, absolutely.
They should be able to throw some bows. They should be able to DDT him. I'm talking like choke slam him like our boy Jaws Chestnut did. I think it would make it more fun.
Yep.
Like let's go MMA style on him, or maybe some like fucking Mike Tyson punches or something. I don't care.
And that's the risk that they take when they're going onto the court. I mean, it's just full disclosure. That's like, hey, if you go on the court, they have full all rights to go after you.
So if you storm the court on NBA basketball in an NBA basketball game, yeah, those 6'7" motherfuckers have every right to just fucking pummel your ass.
Yeah.
And yeah, you think a tackle by a random security guard's bad? Yeah, try getting fucking a fist to the face by Karl Anthony Towns.
Or maybe like on a football field, like Buda Baker just like slams you over.
Truck sticking your ass.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I think that would be fun if you want to protest, which I still think everybody should because it's entertaining as fuck. You will. There's a good chance you'll get the shit beat out of you.
Yep.
And it'll be way more entertaining for all of us. Mm-hmm. Because I do love the protesters. I want to see it.
Yep. Well, we'll see it next playoffs next year for the NBA for sure.
Yeah. Actually, I want to see. I don't know. NFL has it locked down a little bit easier because like they have to kind of go a lot farther.
It's a little bit more of a stretch for the NFL for them to go there.
Right.
Whereas it's for the NBA and like I guess this hot dog eating contest. I'm not even sure. Like, what was it? The security guards were wearing like these little small top hats, and
oh, is that what they were doing?
yeah, they were all dressed up like in like a suit and those little, not the top hats, but you know what I'm talking about. The ones that look like a top hat but a little bit shorter.
A fedora?
Huh?
A fedora?
I guess it's technically
like a bucket hat.
Yeah.
Like the one that Joey Burrow wore.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that was nice to see. You got anything else on Joey?
That's about it.
Living legend right in front of us, man.
Yep. America.
All right, let's get to the whole reason why we. So initially last week I said we were going to skip this week. We were going to take a break for 4th of July, but way too much happened in NBA free agency, and actually a couple other things. Obviously, like the Joey Chestnut thing, and then we'll get to the other news later on. But there was a bunch of shit that happened that Joe and we talked about it, and we were like, "There's no way we cannot do an episode." So here we are today.
We had to put the brakes on the brake.
Yeah, brakes on the brake. Ooh, nice. Double clutch or double brake. Double brake. Double braking. We put the brakes on the brake, and a double negative equals a positive, right? So when you put the brake on the brake, you hit the gas.
Yep.
All right, cool. Like it. So yeah, we're doing an episode today, and then we will take off next week for sure. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know yet, but we may take off 2 weeks. We're definitely taking off next week. Next week we'll be off, and then the week after that, if we do have one, it will be via Zoom.
Doo-doo.
All right, let's get to the NBA. KD. Let's start off with KD.
Obviously.
The fucking trader, whatever you want to call it. He decided after Kyrie opted in, he's like, I'm out.
The day after
The
Kyrie
day after, yes.
or opted in.
I know.
So is there a correlation to that?
Oh, yeah, I think KD hates Kyrie. I mean, like, people will say all they want, like, this is a business decision. He hates the front office. He doesn't like Steve Nash, blah, 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 blah. No, he just doesn't like Kyrie. Lots of people don't like Kyrie.
I mean, LeBron, or Kyrie didn't like LeBron either. Mm-hmm. So, like, Kyrie's a hard person to
he's a hard person to like.
But
it's fun for us. Now, with that being said, the obvious, blatant question that everybody's wondering is, where is KD going to end up?
Where can he go? I mean, he's got his wish list of Phoenix and Miami, but, like, are they really going to trade for him?
The only Phoenix, no. I think they do have DeAndre Ayton that they are looking to move. They obviously want to stick with Devin Booker.
Yep.
They made that pretty clear with his giant contract.
They like Chris Paul.
The fact that, like, remember we talked a couple of weeks ago, I think you were talking about it. They were talking about moving on from DeAndre Ayton because he was having beef with, who was it, Monty Williams?
Monty Williams, yep.
This is insane. Like, this is actually culminating into something to where they could possibly get rid of DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Which blows my mind because Ayton is a superstar and he's young as fuck.
Yeah. He's so young. And like you said, I mean, he is butting into the next big man.
Yeah.
I mean, he just is straight buckets anywhere close to around the bucket. Like any of those, like, short to mid-range, like, he's just straight makes them.
I agree. And here's the thing. Kevin Durant's going to be looking for a long-term contract because he's getting old. Here's an unpopular opinion, maybe a hot take. I don't know. I don't give a shit, but it's my take. I think Kevin Durant's about 1 or 2 years away from being what James Harden is now.
Ooh.
I think he is. He's old, and, like, I think his body's just going to start failing him. Like, I think I give it, maybe he's got one more great year, and then I think he's going to start falling off.
I mean, you make a good point. I mean, he's only played, like, 90 games in the last three seasons. So, like, you're very well. I mean, like, the thing is he's on the wrong side of 30, and 30. He's going to be 34 this year.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
if he keeps having those injuries, yeah, I completely agree with you. I don't know how he's going to come back into, like, his prime years. Let's put it that way.
Right, and
he'll still be serviceable.
And here's the thing. I think the Suns, I mean, they were the best team in the regular season last year. They easily have a chance to keep DeAndre Ayton and go back to the finals next year. Like, It's not like they have to make a drastic move in order to get over that hump. They're there. Keep DeAndre Ayton. He's young. Kevin Durant, 1 or 2 more years max, I think. And they're gonna. Whatever team gets him is going to have to lock him in for 4 or 5 years.
But what team's going to really want to lock him in for 4 or 5 years? Because, I mean, let's be real. I called this from last week's episode whenever they had the Andrew Wojciechowski or Andrew Woj bomb dropped about how KD is very loyal, and I said that was bullshit.
Yeah, good call. Here.
Yep.
Fist me, bro.
Because KD ain't loyal.
No, he is not. No, he's not.
Yep. But anyways, who's gonna want to lock him in if he's just gonna maybe be like, oh, I don't really like the situation, 2 years down the road.
That's why I love the Orlando takes. Everybody's like, oh, he could go to Orlando. He's not gonna go to fucking Orlando.
No,
not gonna go to Orlando.
He'd go to Washington before Orlando, and he's not going to Orlando or Washington.
No, especially, dude. They just locked in Brad. Speaking of which, that's a good segue. Bradley Beal, really? Washington's giving Bradley fucking Beal all that money? Oh my god, the Wizards just love being mediocre.
Yeah.
I think that's just their thing. They just somebody's got to do it. Yeah, that's you, bud. You're the fucking mediocre team.
Yep.
So where do you think he's gonna go?
Katie? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, the more I think about it, the more I think I don't think he's going to play with them, but the more I think he's just going to have to be stuck with the Nets. And actually, he might play because the thing is I think it's more of a realistic opportunity for the Lakers to get Kyrie rather than trading away Kevin Durant to a suitor that they feel like they're going to get an actual return from that's fitting for KD. So I think they get rid of Kyrie. KD changes his mind and plays for the Nets one more year.
Huh. Really? Where do you think? How would Kyrie get to the Lakers?
Yeah, there's a lot that would have to be in play, but it would have to be a Russell Westbrook trade, which I don't know. I mean, Russell Westbrook has played with KD before, so
yeah. And why the fuck would Brooklyn want? In that case, I think Brooklyn would be losing that trade.
Oh,
I would rather have Kyrie.
Oh, they can't do that. They couldn't do that straight up.
No,
absolutely not.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I would much rather have Kyrie than Russell Westbrook.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they're gonna have to. Lakers would have to put some picks in there, and maybe some other role players or some other things to entice it. But yeah, no, it would definitely be Kyrie, and then Russell and quite a bit of other stuff.
No, that's good because my next thing was Kyrie, whether he was gonna stay or go. And honestly, I think he's going to leave. I think Kevin Durant's going to leave. I think Kevin Durant's for sure going to be traded.
Okay.
This league just throws draft picks and money around like it's nothing. So I think that a team will put up a decent offer. Here's the thing. I think Brooklyn might have to go with whatever the best offer is. So I think every other team kind of has the leverage here.
You know what team might actually have the most leverage?
Miami?
I was going to say Utah.
The Jazz?
Yeah. Well, they just got themselves 4 first-rounders.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Rudy Gobert. So,
oh,
I mean, as far as collateral goes, and that they can trade to the Nets, which would be the Nets front office most their biggest interest, because they're not really thinking like, oh, we got to trade KD to where he wants to play. It's like, no, like you're trying to leave us. They're gonna try to get the most out of him.
Right, exactly. And that's a good segue to Rudy Gobert going to the T-Wolves, which makes no sense to me whatsoever from a T-Wolves standpoint. I think it's going to be just miserable in Minnesota.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you make an excellent point.
I don't think Rudy Gobert and Cat are going to get along.
Well, Cat doesn't want to play center.
He wants to play power forward?
Yeah, he wants to dribble the ball.
So it might end up working out. I don't know. That was my knee-jerk reaction when I saw it. I'm like, there's absolutely no way this is going to work out.
No,
but if Cat doesn't want to play center, then...
Cat does not want to play center. He does not want to play center. That's why he shoots all those threes. That's why he was in the three-point contest as a center.
Right.
He doesn't want to play three. He's a point man. He's a point guard in a center's body.
He's a point guard in a center's body. He's that guy that grew up watching like Steph Curry in his prime.
Yep.
And then was like, "Ooh, I want to be that." And then he just happened to become like 6'11", or whatever, however tall he is.
Yeah. I mean,
and giant.
And I'm sure he continued that mentality, and all of his coaches were like, "No, you're a big man.
You're a big man. You're a giant human being. Look at yourself."
And all he wanted to be was a point guard.
Oh, poor thing. Oh, woe is me. I got really, really tall height. Okay, let's go. So James Harden opted out. I want to kind of get to this. Good for you, James Harden. You finally realized that you are slowing down as a human being. All those nights at the strip club, all those fun adventures at the studio are finally taking its toll on your body.
Yep.
And I mean, we knew that 2 years ago when you were fat as fuck. But you are finally realizing it. And good for you. Good for you. Because that's going to help Philly out a lot.
Yeah, no, it is. But I don't think he realized how much he wasn't worth that deal, because I think that's why there hasn't been a deal reached right now.
Oh, yeah. So he's like, all right, I'm opting out, but I kind of still want a lot of money. And they're like, you're not worth a lot of money, bud.
Well, no, he first came out and he's like, oh, I'm going to take a team trying to take the high road. I'm going to take a cut, for the team, so we could get some good ball players. And I'm sure he was like, oh yeah, we'll just take a little bit off. And then they probably came back to him like, oh yeah, we're going to give you this deal. And he's like, wait, what?
Yeah, they probably like, oh, we're going to cut your deal in half. He's like, what? No, I was going to give out like $5 or $6 million. No, we're cutting your deal in half. So yeah, you're that's a good point. Yeah,
so we're here. We are still don't have a deal.
Well, I don't know. They could be working stuff out. I just like how James Harden will just he realized that he sucks. He doesn't suck, but he sucks a lot more than he used to. Or he's not as good as he used to be.
He was on full display in the playoffs.
Yeah,
he really couldn't hide that.
That was not pretty. Not pretty. Let's see. We got DeJounte Murray to the Hawks. Oh, this is what I was talking about. You remember?
Big trade.
Yeah, huge. So I remember a couple weeks ago, there was speculation that who was it? Kyrie. If he didn't opt in or he opted out or whatever, he wanted to trade. And what was it? Kyrie that I was thinking the best destination landing for him would be in the Spurs. Was that it?
I don't know if it was Kyrie.
Or was it Russell Westbrook? Fuck, I can't remember. Anyways, my point is, it was a point guard that I was gonna send to the Spurs and move DeJounte Murray to shooting guard. That's essentially what they're gonna do in Atlanta. They're gonna have Trae Young at point guard and then DeJounte Murray shooting guard.
I thought they were going to do the opposite.
Really?
I think they were going to do DeJounte Murray as the point guard and Trae Young as the shooting guard.
Huh.
And try to create him as a Steph Curry. The problem is Steph Curry actually played shooting guard in college, whereas Trae Young has always had the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm. That's why I thought I figured that was like because at Oklahoma, Trae Young was the guy with the ball.
But who would you want to be like the facilitator and point guard? DeJounte Murray or Trae Young?
Trae Young. He's the main person I've seen with the ball in his hand.
But the thing is like he had during the series against who did they get kicked out by the Heat? He had more turnovers than 3-pointers during that entire series, 31 to 30. So I don't know. I think Murray is a little bit more controlled with his ball handling.
He's going to be less turnover prone.
Yeah. The thing is, you can give Trae Young his touches. Just give him those catch and shoot, for those 3-pointers. Whereas, DeJounte Murray is not, not as strong as far as the 3-point line. He is a good catch and shooter, for a mid-range. But yeah, then you create Trae Young into more of a Steph Curry. But he's going to have to be able to learn how to run around without the ball.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That was just my knee-jerk reaction again. Was
just my opinion.
Yeah, it's just my opinion. Let's talk about our boy. Pelicans signed Zion Williamson. What was it $231 million for 5 years?
Yep.
We're going to the NBA Finals, bro.
Oh, I was surprised.
We're going to the fucking finals, man. Dude, with that team. The team that we had last year, they took the Suns to 7 games, and we didn't have our best fucking player.
That's very true.
Dude, our chemistry, and I think Zion will mesh so well with McCollum and B.I. I think we will have such a good fucking team. Dude, I'm so pumped for New Orleans sports coming up, man. The Saints are winning the Super Bowl. The fucking Pelicans are winning the NBA Finals. God, I can't wait, dude. I haven't been this excited for both NFL football and basketball for my teams in ever.
Forever, ever?
No. Actually, I take that back. When Chris Paul was on the Hornets and Drew Brees was on the Saints, there were a couple of years where I was really, really pumped about
both sports.
Actually, a couple of years when Anthony Davis was on the Pelicans as well and Drew Brees was on the Saints. But either way, we got fucking Jameis Winston and Zion Williamson. New Orleans is ready to go.
They're the next championship city.
Yes, with New Orleans is about to start a fucking dynasty, baby.
Yeah, move over Tampa.
Get the fuck out of here, Tampa. Yeah, that Lightning loss was going to be your last championship appearance. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, Zion got paid. Let's see, Jalen Brunson. I want to talk about Jalen because he's got he's. This is New York, baby.
Bright lights.
He got what, $104 million?
$104 million. He took the New York route.
Right. Yeah. Jalen, but first of all, I don't think like he played well. He played well in the playoffs. And I like what he said about him not like seeing his full potential because Luka is a ball hog. But bro, I don't think you're that good. Like,
that was a great way to sell himself, though.
Yes, it was. That's why
it was like, wow, I could have been even better, but Luka was like the ball hog. So like teams were like,
Unreal.
oh man, what can be with him? Great marketing. Great marketing.
And yeah, so he got $104 million. He's got to perform. I mean, that's not like super fucking max superstar money, but that's a lot of money for Jalen Brunson. So that's all I'm saying. I think he got overpaid. If we had an overpaid button, I would push it.
Overpaid, underpaid.
Yeah.
That's a good
Classic.
segment.
That's a throwback to fantasy football, but yeah, I think he got overpaid. You know who didn't get overpaid?
Who's
even
that?
Though he got the most money of all time was Nikola Jokic.
Well, I mean, when you're two-time
MVP
in a row. MVP. Yep.
Yeah.
That earns you.
You're
that
literally
money.
the best player in the NBA 2 years in a row. Like, yes, I'm sorry. That'll earn you a contract.
Yeah.
Which again, I know. Like I've heard a bunch of people talk about it. These contracts, I think they're going about they go about them in the wrong way in the NBA because you pretty much get paid for what you've done. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and not what you're going to
not
do.
what you're going to do.
Because most of them end up getting traded before it ends up ending up anyways. But can we talk about how the max contract was a winner? Max contractors were the winners.
Yes.
This.
They definitely stole the W on this one.
Dude, it became like a math problem for me. Like, it was basically, I just started viewing these contracts as like a math equation, you know?
It was like in The Hangover when Zach Galifianakis is playing blackjack and you got all these fucking
equations.
numbers.
Yeah, it's like Zion equals 5 years, $193 million. Beal equals $250 million. Jokic equals $270 million. Booker equals $214 million. Jai equals $231 million. Levine, equals $215 million. And
Bradley Beal 251.
Yep. Cat equals 244.
Right.
And Darius Garland, 5 years equals 193.
Yeah. No, actually, Darius Garland, I think he got it bumped up to 231. I think he got the Supermax.
Oh, did he?
I love that they call it the Supermax.
Supermax.
Anytime, like, you want, like, this is, people take this from the Super Bowl all the time. Anytime you want something to be great, you just put super in front of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Just put super in front of it. So the Supermax deal, like, like max is the equivalent of something that can't be topped unless you put super in front of it.
Yes.
Right? So when you're at max capacity, you can't have any more people unless there's a Supermax. So I just love that. I love that you can put super in front of anything and it just immediately makes something greater, even though it wasn't supposed to be able to be greater.
Yep. No, that's so true.
Yeah. I like the John Morant trade, or I'm sorry, not trade. The John Morant deal. I think the Bulls are making a push, a slight push for maybe potentially a run.
You think so?
Yeah, Drummond. Drummond got. Is that?
It was Andre Drummond to the Bulls.
Yeah.
I always like that. I like hearing Andre Drummond, but I don't know. He just isn't the same.
He's not.
Double-doubler
I
that
know.
he used to be.
I know, but like he's a good presence down low. Goran Dragic to the Bulls. They signed Zach LaVine, $215 million.
Still got DeMar.
Yeah,
And Lonzo.
I think that LaVine contract was a little high, but
They like him there. He's a fan favorite.
And he's athletic as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that away from him, but I think they should have given him that like 2-3 years ago. Like that's what I think. Let's see. Oh, JaVale McGee to Dallas.
Yep.
I love it. I love JaVale McGee.
I know you're a big fan, but
Yes.
I don't know. I just didn't understand it too much. Or let's put it this way: I don't understand that they're going to start him over Christian Wood when you do a big Christian Wood trade. Apparently, that's what they're saying.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, he's the starter right now.
Fucking right. Let's go, JaVale McGee. God damn, I love that man.
Oh gosh,
He's so fucking awesome. Let's see. DeAndre Jordan to the Nuggets. This is one I loved. I think he's going to be a great backup.
well, especially since he's got a backup Jokic.
Yes.
So, yes, I think that you're right. It is actually a very, very good pickup for both DeAndre Jordan and the Nuggets.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Like, DeAndre Jordan is not Clippers DeAndre Jordan anymore.
No.
He's just not. He's still big, though. He can still play big.
Yeah.
So, he is a great, come off the bench big man.
He's not going to give you full-time starter minutes because he'll get fatigued. He's just a little old.
Yes, I agree.
So, he's not going to give you those types of minutes, but coming off the bench, to try to give some support, yeah, absolutely.
Yep, I agree. Last one I had, I don't know, you might have another one, but last one I had was Bobby Portis signed with Milwaukee again. And
absolutely.
He belongs there.
Yeah, it wasn't even that big of a deal.
No, it was. I mean, as far as money wise, no, it was not.
No,
but I think that is, when you think of Milwaukee Bucks presently, it's Giannis and Bobby Portis.
When you think of a marriage, you think Bobby Portis, Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
So
they now
he was
pronounce you Crazy Eyes and Milwaukee.
Yep. And basically, he was just when negotiating the contract, he was like, "No, I don't care about the money.
I do. Yeah.
I'll do this for free." And they're like, "Well, we'll give you some money."
I think legally we have to pay you.
He's like, "No, free."
Freedom does come free. Did you? What else? Did you have any more? I know that we just went through a lot, but
we did. Did you see KD's quote?
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
We have to acknowledge that. Oh,
Yep.
Hang on, let me find it. Do you have it written down?
I do have it written down.
Oh, perfect. All right, give it to me.
So of course this comes after Kyrie's quote. I don't know what it is with Brooklyn players and their philosophical tweeting after something happens, some drama goes down.
No, because if anyone has ever been to Brooklyn, you don't get smarter when you go to Brooklyn. You don't get poetic when you go to Brooklyn.
You just like the limelight.
Yes, and that's pretty much it.
So basically, he tweets out this: the ones who
hold on. Kyrie tweets this out.
KD.
Okay, so this is
remember
right.
Remember last week, Kyrie tweeted out that one message, and then this week, KD.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we knew who you were talking about.
The audience knew. Gotcha. So KD quotes out, "The ones who were locked in at that gym with me know what it is. They know what I'm about. If you haven't been in there with me, ask around."
Okay.
So there's a couple things that we can analyze with this quote.
Okay. First of all, why are they locked in the gym? Why do you have to be locked in the gym?
Well, locked in. It's like when you're locked in, when you're focused.
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
I
think they actually lock the doors.
I think you're analyzing this a little too far.
No. Katie always has some type of message that he's trying to send. They were locked in the gym.
You're gonna find every message in this.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So you think they were locked in? Okay.
Well, so he was saying if for the ones that were locked in the gym, who I am.
I think if he was saying locked in, he would be. I don't know. It would be a separate thing. Like he would say, for those of us who were locked in while we were in the gym.
Well, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I think they were physically locked in the gym.
What I got out of this was that Kyrie wasn't locked in with him, or else he would have known what was going on and he wouldn't have opted in.
So we can't ask Kyrie because that was another part. I want to know who to ask.
Well, it's probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He didn't specify.
No, he didn't. He just said ask about me, and I'm really curious, and I really want to know who to ask.
It probably wouldn't be Kyrie, and it wouldn't be Ben Simmons.
Well, it's definitely not Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons hadn't showed up to practice since he had a cell phone in his pocket while he was dribbling.
He might have showed up, courtside with some fancy outfit.
Oh, that is true. But no, not practice. Practice?
Practice?
Come on. Ben Simmons practicing? Good Lord.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
Well, he just shows up to the games like that. I just figure that's how he practices. You practice what you play or how you play.
I really don't think he's shown up to practice. Do you remember that time when it was when he was with Philly, and it was right before he got injured or something. He was practicing, and you could clearly, there was a video where you could clearly tell his cell phone was in his pocket while he was dribbling around, while they were actively practicing. This man does not give two fucks.
Trying to wait for the next opportunity to tweet at somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and then I guess the rest of this was know what it is. They know what I'm about. If you haven't been in there with me, ask around. So he wants us to get secondhand news correspondence to tell us what.
Yeah, why
he's
won't
thinking.
you just tell me?
Yeah,
just tell me, dude. They know what I'm about.
I get 150 characteristics on Twitter is not a whole lot, but it could explain enough.
Yeah, 150 characters is plenty.
Yeah.
Just tell me, bro. You don't have to bounce around. He is the ultimate troll though. On Twitter.
He is.
It's entertaining as shit. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he I don't know. For me, he spends too much time on it.
See, I like that. I'm all about that. I want him to spend more time on Twitter.
Well, I
want him to create more burner accounts.
I'm just envisioning him as being one of the better NBA players of our time and of all time. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of distractions with sports. You just have to be able to minimize those, and I think that's a big distraction for him to really, I don't know, make it to the next level. Because let's put it this way: he's won 2 titles so far with Golden State.
Yeah, he won 2 with Golden State, and I think that's it.
So, and to be honest with you, I feel like he probably should have more.
Oh, he definitely should have more. If they could have kept him in OKC, that whole team. I think they had to have won at least one.
What, OKC?
Yeah, if they could keep that core together.
Yeah, I think they could have won one.
Yeah. Last thing I had on the NBA is that 18-year-old Wembanyama. Whatever. Anyways, he's 7'3". Frenchie. He has a 7'9" wingspan, and he's 9'7". Standing up with his standing reach. So standing up with his, he can almost dunk standing up.
Yep.
And here's the thing: he can actually ball. If you watch him, he can actually move around. He has control of his body. He's not like a baby giraffe out there.
Mm-hmm.
That
was a good way to put it.
I'm excited about this kid. He's projected number 1 next year in the NBA draft. And we'll see where he goes. It'll be fun.
Yeah, he's got to put some meat on him, but
well, yeah.
But that could come. I guess the last tidbit I've got a little bit is that the Celtics are reloading. They definitely were not very happy about last year, so they end up bringing in Malcolm Brogdon, and for a first-round pick, I believe, like a late first-round pick, and then they also picked up Gallinari.
Gallinari, I saw that.
So they've been doing pretty good on this free agency and keeping everything intact.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll have to
If
see.
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
I mean, they made it a Game 6 in the finals, so the fact that people call that are bitching at the Celtics like for that, like, oh, the season was a failure, y'all lost, oh my gosh, dude, Game 6 of the finals, bro. Game 6 of the finals. You know how many teams made it to the finals? Two. That's it. 2. Shit. Man, those are my favorite people. Those are my least favorite people. I'm sorry.
Those are my least favorite
favorite people. Like take just they dissect a situation too tightly, and then they just need to take a step back and kind of see it from the overview. Just they went to Game 6 of the NBA Finals. They are a great team. Anyways, all right, so let's move on. Let's go to OTDISH.
Okay.
On this day in sports history, I'm going to start. Mark McGwire, in 1987, became the first rookie to hit 30 home runs before the All-Star game. Now, the reason why I want to point this out is because I want to show people how, like, when they think of Mark McGwire, they think of steroids. They think of him and Sammy Sosa, competing for the home run title. They think of steroids. Mark McGwire was a very, very good baseball player before the steroids. Here's the thing. Barry Bonds is the greatest hitter of all time, in my opinion. It doesn't, just because you do steroids doesn't mean you become a good baseball player. You have to be a good baseball player, and then steroids adds on to your statistics. Like, you have to still be able to hit the ball. Like, the thing that steroids does is it helps you hit the ball just as hard for the entirety of the baseball season.
So it's not like a Space Jam like scenario where you just get these like superpowers.
So like you drink Michael's secret stuff.
Yes,
and you get superpowers.
Yeah.
No, or the aliens, and they take the skill out of Patrick Ewing or Charles Barkley. Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's not that. No, steroids don't just magically make you good at baseball.
Okay.
I could take steroids right now and still not be able to hit a 78-mile-an-hour fastball. That has nothing to do with it, and that's why Barry Bonds. Yeah, okay, maybe his home run record is a little bit juiced, but I think that he's still the greatest hitter of all time because you gotta be good at baseball to hit that many. Like,
yeah, but it also doesn't give you an accurate count. Like.
No, and that's the problem everybody has.
Yeah, I believe you're right on that, where it's like they were super talented already to begin with, and that's, obviously shouldn't be overlooked because they took steroids, but but at the same time, like, it's still hard to say. It's like,
I know.
What were they gonna do? Like, what would have they done? Then?
Also, bring steroids back. we So we have in other news later on. We'll talk about we'll talk about some baseball. We'll talk some baseball later on. But you got what's your next? What do you got?
I guess the next two that I've got, and I'll do these back to back.
Yeah, because you got to in honor of Wimbledon.
Yeah, in honor of Wimbledon. Yep. So in Wimbledon, 2003 for the female side, Serena beats Venus Williams. And to defend her title. Right. So she goes back to back.
Back to back.
Yep. In 2002 and 2003. And then in 2008, on this day, Venus beats Serena to defend her title after she went back to back in 07 and 08.
So basically, the Williams sisters own tennis from in the 2000s.
But is that not a siblings thing?
Oh, it's a beautiful siblings thing. I love it.
That is definitely like a siblings thing. Yeah. Is like to go back and forth with each other like that.
Yes.
And that was about that time when it was. And then Serena kind of took off with it later on. But around this time, the early 2000s, I remember them.
That is an older sister move though. Like she's like, oh, I got beat by my younger sister. I gotta show myself. So in 2003, Serena beat Venus, and then 2008, Venus is like, yo, little sis, watch this. Done. But yeah, Serena's the GOAT.
Yep.
She's the greatest female tennis player of all time.
Yeah. Hopefully she gets back into form whenever from her injury.
I hope so. I don't know if she will, but I hope she does. All right, so I got 1998. Roger Clemens got his 3,000th strikeout. I don't know what that means, but it sounded like a lot. And Roger Clemens is kind of a big deal.
Well, he's a pitcher.
Yeah.
So 3,000 strikeout?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah. They made a movie about somebody who had 3,000 hits.
Right. Yeah, but I think hits is different than strikeouts.
It's still 3,000.
Yeah, but it is. They're both 3,000. I think 3,000 hits is 3,000 hits is way more impressive than 3,000 strikeouts. I think. I don't know what. We got to become team hits. We got if we're gonna get through this month of July, we're gonna have to do something with baseball.
Okay.
We're going to have to. We'll work on it. We will. I think the audience, we owe the audience that. You got anything else?
Yep. In 2019, this one kind of overlooked a little bit, in my opinion. Let's put it this way. I didn't see it very much. So, you know how the Olympics in 2016 were in Rio?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, apparently in 2019, it came out on this date that former governor of Rio, Sergio Cabral.
Sergio. We'll just call him Sergio. What's up, Serge?
Gov Serge. Basically, he gave a total of $2 million in bribes to secure votes for the 2016 Olympics to be in Rio.
Oh, classic South Americans.
I just feel like that's kind of like just happens with anything. With like rich people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like there's always some kind of bribes.
Yeah,
like,
but I think South America is like notorious for it. And I'm only basing that on Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, so they're like
nothing else besides Pablo Escobar.
He's probably just saying that braggingly, like, oh, that's how we do business, you know?
Yeah. I'll offer you $10 million to do this, and if you don't do it, I'm gonna kill your family.
But the thing is like, you know, hey, I'm sure his country got a lot more money, you know, in return for having the Olympics over there. So,
are you trying to justify bribing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I'm all about it, man.
Yep.
I'm all about it. I need these stories.
Bring bribing back.
Yeah.
We'll bribe people to bribe again.
No, dude, Triple B. Bring bribing back.
Bring bribing back.
Yeah, Triple B. Let's go.
And yeah, we'll bribe people to bribe again.
Okay. Bribing people to bribe is back.
Is back.
Yes. All right. Dope. Okay, so I don't have any more OT dishes, but I got a quote. I saw this one. It's by Pete Rose. Pete Rose said, "It's a round ball and a round bat, but you've got to hit it square."
Is that baseball or betting?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd be able to help me out with that one. I don't know. It was a Pete Rose quote, and he's like one of the greatest hitters of all time. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a round ball, it's a round bat, but you got to hit it square.
I mean, it does make sense. Yeah, hit it square on the bat.
Yeah, but. I think you know what? I'm gonna apply this to every facet in life.
Sports betting.
No, every facet. I'm just going to hit everything out of the park. I'm going to hit it square.
Okay.
With a round bat. Anyways.
And a round ball.
All right, let's get to other news. Real quick, I wanted to announce that this is the last month without NFL football until March 2023, baby. Let's give a round of applause. We're going to do it. We're in the home stretch, baby. We are in the home stretch because August starts NFL football. Oh, man. Oh, dude, I can't wait. The next one is apparently we're going to have robot umps by 2024.
Yeah, I saw that.
Rob Manfred is really, really invested into using robot umps.
I mean, he took that like, hey, let's advance the sport like a little maybe too far already. You know, like you don't have to advance it that far into technology.
Robot umps? I mean, that was like their next step. I say fuck no. One of my favorite things about baseball is the fights that the umps get into with the managers, or the fights that the umps get into with the players, or the fights that both teams get into because of stupid fucking calls by the umps.
Yeah, that, and then also like the animation from the umps whenever they actually make a call. You know,
Yeah.
like if my robotic ump is not going to give me a fist bump every single time that
You strike out?
there's a strikeout, no, I don't want it.
I agree.
I don't want it.
Yes. All right. Now, if they do make this little metal robot on wheels behind the plate do this number, like throw their fists back and like fist bump at the same time, I might be into it. I'd have to think about it, but I might be into it. But yes, I need an animated ump. You're
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what gets me fired up. I mean, there's not many things that's going to get you really fired up on baseball, you know, with all the... Well, let's put it this way. There's the anticipation. There's a lot of anticipation during the game, which, you know, so it's not like it's...
it's a lot of build up.
Yeah, a lot of build-up type of thing. So, like, the dramatic parts, I want something to, like, fire me up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I've been built up to this point. You know, if I have a robot that just says, out...
Yeah.
You know,
no.
that's not gonna throw my expectation of that moment.
Yes, yeah. No, you're right. If there's a full count, if the batter's at full count and the pitcher throws a strike, I don't want just like I want some fucking ump to go berserk and say, "Hey, and like just throw his fucking fists in the air. I want that. I don't want like, no, you are out now. You
Exactly.
Can't go to the bench. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. No. All right, so vote no to robot umps. Vote no. Yes. We second it. All right, cool. We're gonna pending appeal. I think we're just gonna say no to robot umps.
Say no to robot umps.
Okay. Next thing I got is let's do so UCLA and USC joining the Big Ten.
A little college football action.
Yeah, little college football action. This is Joe and I's bread and butter. We love the NFL, but college football, it holds a little special place in our hearts, especially LSU.
Yep, because we like football.
Go Tigers!
We like football.
Well, okay. Also, we kind of owe our existence to LSU. If you think about it, Mom and Dad met at LSU, so like we would not be born if it hadn't been for LSU.
That's very true.
So. LSU, we thank you. Anyways, so back to USC and UCLA. Great move on the Big Ten part.
Oh, absolutely.
Great move on the Big Ten's part. I have a couple of takes as far as like the future of this is going to go, but as far as presently, I think right now the Big Ten made the right move.
I mean, well, the thing is they had to make a response to Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC. I mean,
right, but they did it.
Yeah, there was really not many moves or like let's say pieces on the chessboard that they could actually use to their advantage. Left after Oklahoma and Texas going to the SEC. I mean, that was big as far as like conference seniority or superiority.
Superiority, yeah. I agree. I mean, they could have tried to dip into the ACC, but I think the ACC is still solid enough to where they can like hold their own.
Yep. For
a little bit longer, especially with like teams like North Carolina, Miami, Virginia Tech. Like, I mean, I'm not. This is leaving out obviously Clemson, but like those supporting teams are actually decent enough to where they can like hold their own.
Yep. Well, and the thing is with USC and UCLA is that you actually capture the market that any football league is being trying to capture right now is LA.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good call for the Big Ten. Although it does look like the Pac-12 is kind of fizzling out now that the Big 12 is trying to get like Arizona State, Arizona.
Yeah, they're trying to get 6 teams over from there,
Yeah.
which actually, I don't know, if a merger at this point might actually be in the Pac-12's best interest.
I think that's kind of what they're getting started. Here's my thing with it. I think that it's, especially with the NIL deals, the transfer portal, all of these like super conferences, I think it's trending towards just one big league.
Yep.
Let's just do one big league and have, because like originally the reason why the conferences became the conferences that they are was the location.
Yep.
It was a travel issue. We don't have travel issues anymore. Like, they're obviously flying across the country, like from New York to LA. It's a big deal, but it's not as big of a deal as it used to be back in the day. These colleges have their own fucking private jets.
Yep.
Like, let's be real. These guys are fine. They can travel. They can sit through a 2.5-hour flight. No big deal. Mm-hmm. I do it all the fucking time.
Yep.
So let's just create one giant fucking league. It'll be like the college version of the NFL, just more teams, and then we'll have these Alabama versus Clemson during the regular season. We'll have Oklahoma versus LSU during the regular season. USC versus Michigan during the regular season. Like, come on, how fucking awesome would it be to see Ohio State play Alabama in the middle of the season? Like, and you can literally, you don't have to, like, most of the time in college football, if you're not undefeated, you're probably not going to make the playoffs. We'll have an 18 playoff, and you can get in with 2 or 3 losses. Like, that sounds like the most ideal situation, in my opinion, for college football right now.
It does, but then it becomes a lot like the format of NFL.
And I think that's what they need to trend towards. Like, I think that would be good, especially, like I said, with these NIL deals, with the transfer portal, and with these super conferences. I think that like that's just kind of the direction that they're trending anyways. Might as well embrace it. Might as well go for it. I kind of hope to see that.
For the stability of the NCAA, yeah, that's probably what should be in their best interest.
Nope, not. And I think they should break away from the NCAA.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, regardless of what you call it, NCAA or college sports.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, for the stability of college sports, let's put it that way. That's a better way to put it than without, making it under that organization. But for the stability of that, yeah, you're going to probably have to do that, because otherwise,
I think college football is in a transition phase right now.
Oh, it's a huge transition.
Big time transition phase. Lots of changes are happening. My only thing is, like, society as a whole nowadays is addicted to change. We are so addicted to change.
That's very true.
I just hope that college football figures it out to where there is some stability, to where, like, once they come to a decision, they can stick with it for a good decade.
Yep.
Because, like, I like change. Change is good. But I also like some type of stability. You know what I'm saying? Especially in something that I'm going to watch. If I'm going to, like, it's hard for me to root for LSU when, okay, never mind. I take that back. It's never hard for me to root for LSU. But it's hard for me to enjoy it like I used to when there's going to be different shit every single fucking year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give me, like, 10 years, 5 or 10 years of the same thing. Yeah. So that, like, teams can make adjustments and they can, make plans and figure shit out. I don't know. That's my take on college football right now.
Yeah.
I hope it goes in that direction.
Yeah, but you're right. Right now, at this point, there is a lot of change with it, but I think that's just because it's just adjusting. But hopefully we will get to that point where it does settle, and it's right. Like it gets to a point where it's like, hey, we figured it out. It just everything. I guess since everything's so new and there's so much ambiguity with all the rules and like the makeup of NIL and all the conferences and everything, that it's just we're in this play out phase, which is why it's the continuing change. But at the end of the day, we'll figure it out.
Right, I agree, and I think it's a change that needed to happen a while ago. So that so there's it seems like there's so much going on right now, so much change going on. The change needed to happen a while ago, but it's actually happening now, and that's why everything's moving so fast. Like there's so many things that are changing so fast.
Well, if it's more build up to anything that you do. Like if there's more build up to something, there's going to be more of an explosion.
Right, exactly.
So,
it's just like in any relationship, right?
Yes.
If you keep something hidden inside, you don't tell your significant other about it, then yeah.
It's going to manifest, it's going to grow, and then to a certain point, it's just going to have to explode.
Right, yeah. Oh, you leave the cup out in one wrong spot, and then boom, you turn into an argument about, like, who's going to get the child after the divorce. Like, like, fuck.
And then next thing you know, USC's going to Big Ten.
Yeah, exactly. The Big 12's trying to acquire the Pac-12.
Right.
The SEC is the best conference of all time.
And then everybody just morphs into one conference.
Yes, and we're just creating a super league. Throw super in front of it.
Throw super in front of it.
Yeah. Super college. All right, well we're hitting an hour, so let's. You got anything else, real quick?
I think we're about good.
All right. Oh no, you did have something. The Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell.
We didn't talk about that last week.
No, we did, but it's for sure now, July 30th.
Yep. So,
I'm gonna watch it.
No, it's definitely going to be. Yeah, it's definitely going to be watchable.
Yep. Adrian Peterson's going to win. Let's go.
Should I be Team Le'Veon?
Oh, all right.
I kind of want to be Team Le'Veon.
Okay, let's do. You want to make a bet?
Let's make a bet.
All right. Shaking here. Let's put it in the camera.
You got to put it in the camera.
Put it in the camera. It's the most
Such
awkward fucking shake.
What
all
the
right.
fuck?
I'm Team Adrian Peterson. Joe's Team Le'Veon Bell.
Let's go.
All right. Love y'all.
Later.